Alas, here we are. We got some Pegasus to work with, and while we're waiting for Romulan to come back, I will cover this Bretonnian army, which is going to consist of 4 knights, or sorry, 2 Knights of the Realm and 2 Knights Errant. For the infantry, we're going to have 5 Peasant Mob and nothing else. And then I lied. So it's going to be 4 Knights of the Realm and 4 Knights Errant. So a ton of cheap Bretonnian cav, and this is definitely an army that would make the lady proud with all the knights. We're going to have a Grell Relic in the center. We're going to have some Pegasus Knights up in the air, and then for the leadership squadron, we're going to have a Paladin in the air on a Pegasus naked. We're going to have a Damsel down on the ground on a horse with Earthblood and nothing else. And then we are going to have Alberic de Bordelot. Alberic de Bordelot. With his trident in his hand, and he's going to have the Wrath of Manon, Foe Seeker, Braid of Bordelot, as well as Spirit of the Tempest. So, very fast Air Force, and yeah. Get to showcase some of these new Pegasus in action. So, oh my god, look at that formation too. Are you kidding me?
The Great Flying Duck.
That's
Bretonnian formation.
I am so happy with today's tournament, and Hawticecube, even if you lose, you've won my heart with 6 trebuchets and now a beautiful Mighty Ducks flying formation of knights. But what did the Lizardmen got for us, friend?
The lizards have, my goodness, what is this dread, this beast?
I haven't seen it in action yet, so I'm very excited. It looks beautiful.
Now this army is, it's going to be the easiest one I've gone over all day. Very straightforward. 3 Saurus Warriors with shields, 2 Temple Guard, one of them being the Star Chamber Guardians. We have 2 big old dinos, one of them being Solar Engine. Still on. And we do have a Dread Saurian, the standard one, with the Howda on its back. A true beast. I'm sad we don't see the Shredder of Lustria with its beautiful paint job, but regardless, we got a Dread Saurian. Gotta love it. And we do have old Masamune on the Toad. Standard kit. Apotheosis. Harmonic Convergence. The Net. Banishment, shield the old ones, and that's this Lizardmen force here, and oh, here we go. The battle has begun. First blood has been drawn, and a few knights have been felled.
Indeed, indeed, and you know, I love this battle already. Just so many noble knights coming through, charging forward. And the Dread Saurian, which I have not seen in battle yet, and I have to say the animations are beautiful, and it is just an awesome looking unit. It looks mean as hell.
Yeah, and with Lord Masamune, it can be really strong with that constant healing, and then double dino, so much armor.
Mm-hmm.
And this is actually where you kind of want more Peg Knights in this Bretonnian army. I mean, you have 1 unit, but you kind of need like 2 or 3 almost to deal with this many dinos.
Yeah.
At least it would help if you had 3, but it's a pretty hefty investment. Though I think 2 can be pretty standard. Yeah. But look, some very nice early play. He's just shredding this Saurus Warrior with shields with this very nice cab micro.
Yeah, no, I have to
charge.
That was a beautiful charge, catching them out before they could regroup in the safety of the rest of their formation. But yeah, that was a nice play. Gonna get at least a 1/4 damage done on top of the Saurus Warriors, but yeah, he's really going to need to make the most work with his Knights of the Realm taking care of these large units, but the Lizardmen are going into their nice defensive geometry, letting the Solar Engine do the talking for them.
Yeah, the Bretonnian player will really have to work for it here. Lizards can remain rather static and just let that Solar Engine just shoot away, and oh, look at this, the Howda too. The Howda will put down some constant fire on the Flyers and this Knights Errant, which seems to be running to the wrong neck of the woods with a barrel. I mean, with this Dread Saurian right behind it. So, okay, there we go.
Oh man, terror kicking in. But what is this? We have the Malvan. Oh, but look at that. Going to be seeing a nice shield of the old ones going down to counteract any damage from it.
Yeah, that was perfectly timed. As well, it's a spell that really shines against low armored troops. If it hasn't been changed much. Oh my goodness, here's the banishment. This could banish all of this cab. Oh, nice. He's seen it.
Yeah, pulling out there.
Some of it, but Yeah, he dodged most of it. That was well played.
Yeah, was a good play pulling out there right in the nick of time, but...
Oh no, but the Paladin, my son. The Paladin.
Is he going to get out of there?
Paladin having a hard time. The Dreadsaurian.
Oh my god. Got some lovely Knights of the Realm diving in, desperately trying to save their Paladin compatriot, but I have to say, this Lizardman box has proven to be a very tough nut to crack and just terror kicking in left and right. But I want to give some shout outs to Hawticecube here, getting a lot of good cycle charging in and out, in and out. It's just going to be a tough battle with all the terror and single entity monsters here to deal with.
Yeah, he really needs to bring it with these cycle charges because, like you said, there is an uphill climb here and a lot of HP to deal with. The Dreadsaurian's still about 6,500 HP and can still be healed. There you go. It's being healed right now.
Yep.
It's going to be up at 7k in just a moment here. Yeah. With Harmonic Convergence, it has beastly stats. 86, 67, respectively, for melee attack and melee defense.
So,
750
untouchable.
weapon strength. Just about, yeah. It's like a Tyrian dinosaur, nearly.
The big target to be unhittable, but yeah, I mean, right now it's just... The Bretonnia Cab is getting chewed through every single time it gets into combat. Just having a really tough time, and I would love to see them get some more of these rear charges over here because it feels like there's a big part of the Lizardman army exposed in the rear.
Yeah, he's focusing a little bit too much on this dino flank, you know? That whole flank with this nice hill advantage here would be a beautiful hammer and anvil situation.
Absolutely.
If he can clear the chat, then maybe he has a chance, but not when there's Temple Guard on the field and whatnot, and he really doesn't want to be in this prolonged combat. This is really not a good situation. Oh, here's the Wrath of Manon, but we'll see what it does. That was pretty nice.
Wow. That did a lot of good damage.
Nice.
That was
sexy.
Yeah,
the Saurus don't have a ton of armor, and yeah, they just got shredded by it. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
It would be enough.
I don't know if it'll be enough, but it was definitely nice to look at, and I think one concern I have right now is I feel like the Bretonians are focusing so much on trying to kill these dinosaurs like Mazmuni and the Saurian that they really should have been focusing more on the infantry, but look at Alberic!
Yes, look at Alberic now. He's just getting snacked on by this red Saurian. Oh, he's routing, but... Is there a regrowth? No, is there an Earthblood? Yeah, there we go. There's the Earthblood. But... Look at that Dreadsaurian, my son. Look at its healing cap. It still has a ways to go, and there's a lot more magic for Mazmuni. You can bet on it. There you go.
Yeah.
It's another banishment. Just banishing this cab, and oh, it's a perfect banishment. It's turning right back into all that cab as it tries to run. Just devastating.
That was pretty devastating. I mean, the Dreadsaurian down to 3,000 HP.
It's just tracking all the Bretonnian cab.
Yeah.
Like, it just tracked all that cab. Oh, well, now it goes into this Temple Guard, but... I mean, that was nearly a perfect cast as it just went right down to the list of vines.
Yep.
Nipped all the Bretonnians on the exterior. Wow.
That was a vicious battle, I have to say, but the Lizardmen look like they're in a dominant position, and I really have a hard time seeing Bretonnia pulling this back into their corner because, yeah, there's just... Whenever I see this build, I just always think people need to kill the infantry and then worry about the dinosaurs, because when you're trying to kill dinosaurs and there's infantry all around, you're just taking way too much damage every time you go in and out, and it's just so hard to get that damage in on those single entity monsters when there's still infantry supporting them. But army loss is going to kick in, and that's going to be a GG.
Yeah, and indeed, just a bit too hasty with those engagements. Just, they could grind down the infantry a bit more. They have all that cab, you know? The cab just needs to clear the chaff, and then they could just bog down the dinos for the most part, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it was going to be a bit difficult with the, just the 5 peasants, but still, regardless, a glorious army. The, flying duck formation for the win.
Yeah, I love that flying duck formation, but I definitely think once he saw that formation, what he needed to do most was split that Mighty Duck formation up. And like we saw Soothsayer do with other battles earlier today, just like completely surround. Just take your time, surround your opponent, and just come at him from all angles, because there was more cavalry than infantry on the battle. So there was literally no way the infantry could have prevented rear charges just based on math, right? So
yeah, for sure.
I just think you needed to spread out more.
Yeah, just get rid of those Saurus, and then it could be pretty easy taking out the Temple Guard with 8 units of Cav. You know?
Yeah. Well, look at the Dreadsaurian, 170 kills. It didn't have 4 ranks when we went in there, did it?
Oh, no. Just it's a rank machine.
That was, yeah, that Dreadsaurian is disgusting. Did so much work.
Yeah, the Dreadsaurian is an absolute monster. Since it can be healed, it's almost more than just a tank. Do much more than just tank damage. It's kind of just a bank. So you can let it tank the damage, and then you heal it all back up to victory, basically. You know, as long as you just keep the thing alive, keep dishing out damage.
Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous, but I mean, after that's going to be a victory to GobboSlayer, and he will be proceeding to the final, winning that second best of 3, 2-0.